Welcome to the introduction to Theta Floating.
In this introduction, we define the philosophy of Theta Floating and its healing process. Our bodies consist of 100 trillion cells. Not only there are meaning of existence, but also they work as an information archive where positive and negative information gets stored. We call these informations the cellular awareness. But where are these informations coming from? Looking closely into our soul, we realize that every little event in our life has an effect, and this effect gets stored in our cellular awareness. Now, if we divide this information to positive and negative ones, we realize why positive thinking and acting good is sometimes not enough to fulfill our life. The negative side of our cellular awareness stops us from being at our best. And in most of the cases, we are not even aware of them or don't know where they come from. We call these blockages the awareness bugs. And the same way, our positive side brings us great gifts. Our dark information stops us from getting the most out of life. Now the question is, how can we achieve a cellular change and change our life in result of this? That's when Theta Floating plays its role as a guide to create a mental awareness and give attention to source of your issue indirectly. In Theta Floating, the client recalls her problem to the healer. The healer asks the client to close the eye and release to the theta state. This theta state also affects the client by being in direct touch of the theta waves. At this stage, the healer receives a visual form of information of the client's problem. This image may not always make sense to the healer though. However, the image has a meaning for the client. At this stage, the image gets shape in client's head, and she begins to develop it through visualization. In this visualization, the client changes the image and the way she feels about the image by changing and transforming the image the way she feels good about it. The conversation continues between the healer and the client in theta state until the client feels good and clear about the image she develops. At the end of the session, healer asks the client if she feels good about the situation. If the client feels good, the healer asks her to merge with this vision and the new feeling she has about her problem. Now the client awareness about her problem and the source of it is more clear than before, as the cellular changes has been taking place. Now that the cellular change took place and we have a clear perception about our being, our environment changes. It is easier to develop ourselves, solve our problems, and reach success in our personal and professional life. We all deserve to be happy.
Thank you for listening, and for more information, visit ThetaFloatingistanbul.com.